Welcome to Monroe, Louisiana, Malone Stadium, home to the ULM Warhawks, and fans have been getting ready for this one pretty much all week. The Ragin Cajuns will kick it away to start. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Warhawks offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40, at the 20. And he's gonna take it all the way. Touchdown, Louisiana. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split them out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. He's got the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Cajuns.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Warhawks line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Louisiana 21, ULM.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
Let's go. 2 interceptions already for this linebacker. Unbelievable job understanding passing situation, how to get in passing lanes, how to get his 2nd pick. Dude, he's going to the sidelines, bragging to the DBs. I got way more picks than you do.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Louisiana! And the extra point makes it 28-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Louisiana 28, ULM.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UL Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Cajuns! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead.
That makes the score. Louisiana, 35.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
Kickoff.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Brought down at the 31-yard line. Brings up second down.
That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. They'll run play action. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
The Warhawks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns! Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He's got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Here we go. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. They'll throw again after the incompletion. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Don't you just love the big boys? When the big boys up front do their job and create a great pocket, and the quarterback has time now to survey the field and take shots down the field and make huge plays.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Louisiana! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Touchdown, Cajuns! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Right, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to...
And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
And they will score! Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
63, ULM, 0.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again, or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short. Maybe we start warming up the righty in the bullpen.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. The official says no good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. The give to the left. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Runs out of bounds at the 30.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to get to him. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the right. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And the Warhawks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The missed 51-yard field goal now gives this offense good starting field position at its own 34. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
And the Ragin Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead.
Touchdown, Louisiana! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
ULM 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Going over the top. Fires and picked off.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under. The Ragin Cajuns will punt this one away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that?
Looking deep down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. They almost went end-to-end and housed it. Now a chance to stick it in the end zone, 1st and 10 from the red zone. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cajuns. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by just 2 to Coastal Carolina. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns. On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Warhawks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2 minutes.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been... this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. Quick pass on the jet motion. Hard running there. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely calm.